I'm going to bring on a guest. This is Marnie and Jeff. They just joined our program, and we're going to talk to them. So let me get them on. Perfect. I appreciate you guys coming on. I really do this because, you know, I've been talking like this for 2.5 years. I could talk all day long, but someone hears from somebody who's gone through it, who's been having a health problem in their life, and it's been affecting them, and then they see that there's hope that this person does it, they have a little more hope. So that's why I bring you guys on. Tell us what's been going on with you, and you just joined, I believe, right?
I just joined. I'm very new in this.
Yeah, and actually I had to coax you onto an onboarding call, right? Because you're a little leery, a little apprehensive because you've been so sick. We got you on an onboarding call. Again, why don't you tell us what's been going on with you a little bit?
It's a long list, so it'll take forever. But I mean, it's an array of things. Brain fog. So bear with me because the anxiety is intense, magnified.
Jeff can help out if he has to.
Okay. Yeah, she's been the brain fog, all kinds of. She's had some gallbladder stuff going on.
Total digestive
fatigue,
issues.
Fibromyalgia type stuff. Just a lot of different issues.
And how long has that been going on?
Most of my life, chronic fatigue since I was probably in the 8th grade. Of course, I didn't have an understanding of a lot of these things till I got older and started researching things out myself. But I knew that there was some things that were going on that doctors couldn't explain. I've had very unusual lymphatic issues that we didn't know were lymphatic, but blood tests and things like that were showing my lymphocytes were up. With no explanation. I mean, I've had issues like swollen optic nerve where they labeled that pseudopapillodema. And this was all around the time that I had mono back in the 8th grade. But they couldn't even detect that I had swollen lymph nodes, all these things going on. I was hospitalized. They did all these tests. I had a heart specialist, had issues with my heart, but they could not explain it. And just chronic through my whole life, viral issues, just always sick, just most of my life sick. I've been in school where I had to be homebound taught. I know I didn't even get to discuss all these things with you, John, but it's been chronic my whole life. And it's just gotten harder as I've gotten older. And then of course I got COVID last year and that really threw me for a loopy.
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't understand it fully, but I've learned that there was long COVID. And then when I started learning about your program, it made sense because I tend to when I get a virus or something else comes along, it just exacerbates all the other conditions that I've had. And every therapy, everything that I've tried over the years has not worked. And it maybe helped a little bit, but this one made sense because stuff just wasn't clearing up. And it had to be something that was clogged up in there. And the lymphatics just made sense. I felt toxicity. It'll get better at times, but I never really understood why. But I can see where the diet plays into it. I can see where the, stressors, or if you got extra sickness that came on, it would set me back and set me off. And,
okay, so it wasn't something like you had a cold and you're feeling bad. This is lifelong illnesses.
This has been lifelong.
Those are the type of people that find me, right? Because you're searching, and then you eventually find the lymphatic system. Now, you decided to do an onboarding call. I coaxed you on, and that happens often because people are so sick, they're afraid to make themselves sicker, right? Because you go through a light detox reaction. But tell us.
And I'm nervous about this session. I mean, the anxiety is welled up,
But now you know how to relax yourself a little bit, hopefully. But you just joined. I want people to understand that. You just joined, right? A couple of days ago. And what have you... Not so much about the course, but tell us about when we were going through our onboarding call, which was like 45 minutes, right? I go through the whole course with you. How was that experience of knowing that you went through everything, not that you had to wait for months? All I remember is you kept on saying, oh, that's me. You kept on saying that.
You were pinpointing everything.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it was like my whole life in front of my eyes. I mean, just everything that you've said. I mean, I can relate to it. It just makes sense. You were touching points on every little thing. I would really like to talk about your intuitive session, because that was a big, I mean,
Well, let's talk a little bit. You haven't been in the course. Have you been in the course? I showed you the course.
We're in it, but
Did it look
slow
easy?
going.
Is it easy to follow? Because you're someone who has some fogginess, you can't think, and you were concerned about that will I be able to do this? And you're able to do it, right?
Yes. I think you have it lined up very efficiently, very effectively, especially for somebody like me with all this anxiety, brain fog. ADD is part of my deal too. I get easily distracted. That's the biggest part, is being able to sit there and get focused, but you have made it where it's not so complicated to follow. I mean, it's easy to follow.
Yeah, it's easy to follow, and we were doing some reading before we got on here tonight, and then when we get off here, we're going to continue. We're going to do.
And how is it? Is it interesting information?
Yes,
very.
It really is. Yeah.
Very.
Good.
I mean, it's just, you're so explanatory. You've made sense out of things. You have provided a ton of information on your website, on these programs on Facebook. I mean, I learned a lot already just watching that, then going in and watching the videos that you share. I mean, you've just put it out there and made it. And I mean, it drew me in. And trust me, I have been through a lot of different programs, a lot of different protocols, a lot of
spending a lot of money, right?
We've spent a
lot of money.
A lot of money over the last, we've been together almost 20 years.
Yep.
And even before I met him, I was having issues and researching and going to doctors and things like that. And this just.
So the investment, and it's not a big investment compared to many courses.
No.
Is it worth it?
I think it's definitely this far, and we're just barely in, and I just feel a total peace about it. I feel like that this is the path that I've been praying and believing for, that we've been believing for, because it makes sense. It touches on the things that I have felt all along, that there was toxicity in the body. Why is it these doctors and chiropractors have worked on me and nothing has, it may have been, maybe have eased stuff, but it has not gotten to the root problem. And toxicity makes sense. And if what's causing the toxicity, why is it still staying there? I've tried diet, activity as best I can. And you talk about the lymph, it's just makes
right. We're missing the lymph system. It's the missing piece to the puzzle. And so, Marnie, tell us about your experience. And even Jeff will key in a little bit if he wants, because he felt a little bit, but how actually both of you were in on my remote, the Distance Lymphatic Healing Session. So go ahead, Marnie, how was it? And you were apprehensive.
I was very apprehensive, and I'm going to throw a little funny in there, but our dog was in there. I didn't fully know what to expect during the session, and he was distracting me.
I was laying down on the floor on a mat, and
I was on the couch.
So I was trying to keep him like, you got to go.
And I thought for sure he's going to ruin it. And I guarantee I probably would have gotten even more out of it if my dog hadn't been distracting me. But I literally got relaxed. And I am very in tune with my body and every little nook, cranny of feeling when something's changing. And I could feel every part, when you were talking about something in the neck or something in the chest, I could feel it around my heart. I could feel it in my gut. I mean, I was feeling all of these things.
And I didn't do a lot. We didn't do a lot because a lot of the people I talked to were sensitive. So we did a half hour, and I did like 20 minutes on, I did it all on you. But I always say that whoever's in the room and hears me will get benefit. And Jeff, you were in the room, right?
And I did. I had some shoulder stuff going on from an accident I had a long time ago.
And you didn't even know about any of that.
And I got really super thirsty. Like, it was like my whole mouth went dry for, I don't know why, but
because we got your cells working, right?
So
we got your body working better. So
but I could feel changes in me.
I had been hydrating, before that.
You told us to hydrate.
Well, so, but I was surprised.
And all I did really was hold your clavicles and maybe open up a little bit more. I was pretty gentle on you for that half hour. I just opened up your upper body, and we didn't even open up your arms, your legs. We opened up a little bit of your head. We were really cognizant of being gentle. And you still had a little detox reaction, and that's normal because you would normally anything.
But I was already.
You already have it. And then you said, I talked to you after you had your little detox reaction, which you got through. You said, you know what? I feel better already, and I'm not even in the course yet, right?
Yep.
And do you feel a difference in your body?
I definitely. And
like I could tell that the next day.
Yeah.
Well, she was her energy level is up.
Actually, my energy level was up that evening.
Mhm.
I went through a phase where I got a lot of brain clarity, a lot of energy. I started doing stuff. I mean, I was up and at it, and then it waned off, and I got tired, and I slept. I did. You said that would happen too. And I don't sleep good. I
don't sleep well,
bad
right?
insomniac, and not well rested the next day, but you know, I could feel some toxicity coming out, but I was already experiencing that, you know, before. I'm waking up in the mornings with that brain head. I mean, just horrible. And I was real emotional, but I had somewhere I had to go that day, so I didn't get to relax or whatever. But I felt changes. I felt a definite response. My body responded for sure.
Right.
And
When we get a system, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm done.
It's just that when we get a system in our body working that's not working, we feel it pretty instantaneously. And have you guys drained your neck, face, and head yet?
We're doing that tonight.
We're going to do that tonight. Yeah, we got that.
Good.
That's
all right. And that's the first lesson, right? That's the first lesson, is you're draining your neck, face, and head. So we start you off slow. All right. You have any advice for anybody who's thinking about the course, who may be on the fence, not sure?
I personally say, if you can do it, ask God for a provision but go for it. I mean, I don't think you have anything to lose, because the lymphatics, I truly believe that with all of my heart. I've thought it for years, that lymphatics are critical and so important. And you've just brought the science to life. And I say, go for it, people. Just, you know.
We're going to do it.
Yeah. One thing I want to bring up is when we were talking and you were deciding on the course and you were hesitating, Jeff is the one who said, do it. He's the one who said, do it.
He gave the okay. He was kind of like my one that confirmed, because I've found many programs and I've tried many programs and I've been let down and disappointed. And this was one, you know, about praying and discerning, and him looking at it with me and, hey, let's make a good judgment call here. Is this worth it? And then of course the value, the price, I mean, very reasonable. I mean, you know, I've seen some programs out there that were astronomical, and when you put the things together, the science, what I've already seen, what you've already put out there, people go and look at his website, check out his YouTube page. You've already provided a lot of free information.
You have a lot of stuff out there that people can look into already. So, and
Mm-hmm.
like you said, like Marnie said, or you said, that, you know, we spent a lot of money in the past doing stuff that didn't work. So,
and I just think this, you're right on it. I think you're on to this is major.
I apologize.
But you were having a little fun there.
If you saw what we're doing set up here, you'd be amazed. It really is different. All right. But I got it back on again. That's cool. All right. So again, take your time. You know, you're in the program. I know you'll be able to get it going, and you'll have more control over your health. And that's what it's about, right? You're going to learn things that you can use for the rest of your life. Not a quick detox, not how to use some. You're going to learn something that you'll use every day a little bit, not being perfect, but you'll use it to maintain your health. I appreciate you guys. You have a good day. We'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you very much, John. God bless you.
Everybody have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
These are the typical people that I deal with all the time. They've been having problems, and not just something that's, you know, easy. I have gotten, doctors have been sending me people that they couldn't help as well. They couldn't get that last little bit. And I would get it because I included the lymphatic system. Not only did I work for 26 years as a, you know, lymphatic therapist, I've been doing it for almost 20 years as a remote, a distance healer. And it's powerful. My distance sessions are powerful.